Okay, let's get pouring. We don't want to oxidize, right? We want to make sure that this juice does not sit out for very long. Another thing that you can see here, since there's a couple new people and we're really happy that you're here, let us know what your name is so I can see what that is. So this is one. The other thing that you'll notice is there's little to no foam. And that's really important because what causes foam is the process of getting oxygen into the juicing process. So know that you are having more oxidation when you have foam in your juice. And you can see here that there is no foam. I'm gonna drink this one. I might even pair it with the pineapple mixture that we're gonna make, but I will still close it up because we wanna keep it for safekeeping. And we're off to the races to the next one. Okay, so let's go on over here. So we have, I just kind of went a little crazy. I've got tons of lemons and limes here. And then I have a bunch of oranges. And you can see that I did not peel anything. I like the orange peel. That is your preference. So you can do that if you want. Your bromelain is going to be mainly in the core, so you don't want to get rid of that. And it's also on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind ginger and turmeric directly onto the pineapple. We'll add an orange and some other citrus. We'll wrap it and we'll press it, and then it will be ready to go. We're going to get all of this area. If I wanted to get more, I could grind it. But today I am going to simply press it. You will get enzymes from that. And then I think I will test doing the grinding of the core and the outside as well at some point, just because I'm really curious about that, since this naturopath just told me that's where the majority of those enzymes are. So we're going to use some new cloths, although I don't necessarily need to. I just like to use new cloths because I don't really want to have the carrot in there. So, and it looks prettier for you guys. So there you go. I'm doing this for you. Make sure I'm good to go. Super fun. As I said, I'm sort of slowly getting myself back into these lives. So if I'm a little rusty, be patient with me. I'm really happy to be juicing with everyone though. We just had a blog that came out talking about, eating close to the sun, and it's really important to get those fruits and vegetables in any way that you can in the winter time. It's really hard to eat anything raw because partly we're cold and we don't want to, but if we're doing juices, and then if we can add something like ginger to spice things up, or even cardamom, you can grind cardamom, you can grind cinnamon, all kinds of yummy things that you can grind into your juices to actually create that heat. Can you tell I'm sort of into Ayurveda these days? Watch out, there's more coming. Pineapple, let's do that. Let's grind some turmeric. Let's get that done right away. And I have my towel here because turmeric is staining. I have a number 12 grid. That is the biggest grid that we have. And I like to use that for root vegetables. You can see that I did not peel anything. Nothing is peeled. Nothing is peeled. Just put it in there, turn it on. And can you see? Yeah. Let's do one more. One more of these. That's really all of the grinding that we're going to be doing today. The rest of this is going to be stacking everything up and pressing it. Citrus is very easy. You just press it. Thank you so much for my clean kitchen. I know. I have to be honest. I just did another one of these shrubs, and the shrub is a fermented juice with apple cider vinegar, and it's beautiful. I'll show it to you after, but I did not set that up correctly, and holy smokes, it was a mess. It was a mess in here. Okay, so you can see that I'm wrapping my tea. And I'm wrapping very snug, okay? So this is nice and snug. I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna turn it on, and I'm gonna get pressing. And then we're gonna do it again. From here though, I'll be able to just stack the pineapple with the citrus. This is going to be beautiful because it has ginger and turmeric in here as well. Pressing slowly, making sure it's going the right. Oh my gosh, you guys, whoop, and then make sure it's nice and slow so you can stop it when you need to. Very juicy with the pineapple. Nice, there we go. So it's really important for anyone new to juicing, especially with a pure juicer. This is a major machine, so we really always encourage people to make sure they get a real good sense of how to use the handle on the side that I'm doing over here. This really allows you to control the stream of the juice, and it allows you to get the most juice. So it is something that takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you're used to it, it is actually very fun to do. So here's another thing that I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and get the ginger and turmeric out of here. So your juicer comes with a little chopstick to clean. And while that's over here, I can just leave that alone. So I'm going to put pineapple. Let's do a couple more oranges. And a lime and a lemon, and we're gonna wrap, and you can see I'm kind of holding everything in its place. You don't want it to squirm around, and I probably overfilled this, as David likes to say. I rolled myself a fatty, so you certainly don't have to do quite that much. I'm gonna repress this one. Let's get going on this guy. This goes very slow, so my hands are safe, but we always encourage people to keep your hands free as best you can. There we go. That's really nice. That's a really nice one. So you can see what the pulp looks like today. This looks very dry. This looks very, very dry. And I think that would make most people happy. But if you know me, you know that I'm not happy with that. So I am going to wrap and press it once more. It's also always a good idea to consider juicing with gloves when you're using turmeric, because it will stain. So I don't mind it. I kind of like it. Makes me feel a little bit connected. But if you don't want anything stained, that is a good thing to consider. And now we're in the process of juicing all of our citrus. We also juiced some ginger and turmeric directly onto the pineapple. We're purposely keeping the exterior of the pineapple and the core, because what I learned yesterday is that that is where the majority of the bromelain is. And I want that bromelain. Who doesn't want that bromelain? Crazy. All right, so this one is extra pressed. We could even press this again if we wanted. I forget. Pineapple you can continue to press over and over again, but you can see phase 2, there is not really a lot left. So let's go ahead and well, you guys tell me. If you guys want me to press it again, I will. I might put it in with this one, but I'll leave this right here and move over to a new cloth. This is fun. I can't tell you how good it smells in here right now. It smells amazing. Amazing. So let's see. Do I want to do oranges? I'm going to just do a bunch of lemons and limes. And I'm going to fold. Again, you don't have to cut them into small pieces like I did, but I was just doing them because I was taking photos and they were so beautiful that way. Oh my gosh, cranberries. Yeah, if you don't have cranberries now, you're probably out of luck for until the next year. But I literally have a ton frozen and I can juice those no problem. It's super easy. A little bit snuck out here. That is fine. Not a big deal. Just call that one good. And then again, pineapple, lemons, and limes. Nice. Very nice. I know there's more juice in this one, so I am going to move this over. There we go. You can see though on some videos from Alchemist Organics, they actually just will press an apple, and I think it's a fantastic option for people who are maybe in a rush, maybe don't want to do the cleaning process, although I will say it's actually really quite easy. We'll just take the parts off, throw them in the dishwasher. And this is, yes, this is actually a true cold press juicer. And when I say that, I don't mean to sound too full of ourselves, but it literally has the press. The only piece that is touching heat is this grinder, and it goes so fast and thoroughly. The trituration that they use is so fast that you rarely even touch any heat at all. If you're doing mega juicing, mega batch juicing, and you're juicing for more than 30 minutes or more than an hour, honestly, you may want to run some cold water through the grinder, but for the most part, for any traditional smaller juicing, you will not run into that problem at all. You can look at some of our videos where we demoed on how to batch juice ginger and turmeric. You can turn them into juice cubes. You don't have to use stage 1 at all for this. You could just press everything and then go to the freezer and drop some juice cubes in there, and then you have your spice. It's a really great way to do it. And there's also, YouTube has a couple of amazing techniques on how to do major amounts, like 28 ounces worth of ginger, which is like, it's a lot of juice, and it's a lot of ginger, but you can use this grinder and you can do it in a way that doesn't get stuck and plugged like a lot of other grinders. What do you do with the peels? More fun things that you can do with the peels. You can turn it into a cleaner, you can turn it into a wood polish, you can turn it into, what was the other thing that I did with it? You can add it to tea or make it into a potpourri. So there's actually quite a few things. And there's other people online that have amazing ideas of what you can do. You can dry it and turn it into powder, which people love using, and they cook with it and they use it for flavor. Yeah, so those are some ideas. But yeah, and you can also compost. Compost is so great with this because the worms love it. The worms love this stuff because it's already been ground up and it's kind of almost pre-chewed for them. So they can actually break it down a lot faster because of it. There we go. So we're just wrapping up. So at this point, what I like to do is I like to start putting things away. That's a great time saver. I can basically compost all of these things. I can actually throw them into hot water and turn them into a potpourri. You can see this is what this looks like with the, what are they called? Liners. The liners make it really easy. It just falls right out. Again, no foam. No foam at all. That is really important and helpful to know, especially because it is important for us to make sure that our juice lasts as long as possible and is the highest quality with the enzymes, so there's less oxidation. Oh my gosh, Holly, Jennifer, I want you to be closer so you can have some juice with us. Here we go. I'm going to pour this into carrot apple because that's my business. And that's it. So we have carrot apple and then pineapple citrus with ginger turmeric. If there's any other questions, just throw them into our chat or send us messages. We love juicing. We love produce. We love our farmers. So grateful for organic and regenerative farming. So thank you to anyone that is out there. We'll see you again another time. We'll be keeping on with the juicing. So we'll see you in about a week. Okay? Bye.